When I was 19, I didn't have much success with girls, and you would have thought that I would due to some of the attributes that I had, like a pretty good looking face, a lean muscular physique, and yet I still struggled. And now, after transforming my dating life, having tons of success with girls, it's clear as day what I was doing wrong. And these things are a lot more common than you would realize. And I see these in a lot of the people who I take sales calls with, who I go on to coach. These people have little things that massively hold them back. So actually paying attention to the things that held me back in this video is going to be massively applicable to every single one of you watching this, and you probably have one or more of these things yourself. Okay, so now I'm going to break down every area I struggled with. And the number one thing that held me back, and I see this with so many people, dudes who are good looking, have a lean muscular physique just like I did, but don't get any girls, is due to limiting beliefs. They think that they can't have success. They don't think that they're going to succeed. They think they're going to mess up in the conversation. They don't think they're worthy of getting a hot girl. And it is limiting beliefs that will hold you back more than anything else. Your own mind is going to be your biggest enemy sometimes. And my mind is my best friend. My mind is unified with my goals. My mind helps me achieve everything that I've wanted now for the last 3 years. But it wasn't always like this. My mind used to be my biggest enemy. My mind would say, oh, you can't talk to that girl. Oh, you're going to mess up. It's going to go bad. You don't know what to say. You've never talked to girls like this before. Oh, that girl's not going to find you attractive. You're too short. You're 5'7". Oh, you're not attractive enough. Oh, you got a pimple right here. That's what my mind used to say to me. Now my mind just says, good stuff. That's all I can say. It just says good stuff. It's just like, you got this, Seb. Go fucking talk to that girl. You know what I mean? That's what my mind says now. So limiting beliefs are going to be the biggest thing that holds you back from having any sort of success with girls. Your own mind might be your biggest enemy. It might be rejecting you before any girl even gets the chance to. So that is the first area that really held me back. The second area is a lack of real life experience talking to girls. See, up until I was 19, the only spots I really met new girls at and socialized was cliff jumping spots in the summer and the occasional interaction with a mutual girl friend group who someone in my friend group knew. And that was it. That's like the only times I really met new girls and hung out with them. And there was actually times looking back that there was girls who liked me and I could have gotten with, and I just couldn't even see it. I didn't even have the self-belief. I didn't have the confidence to even do anything about it. There was times, I remember one time specifically, there was that mutual friend group situation where I met this girl. She was sitting on a couch watching a movie with me, and I didn't think anything of it. I was like, oh, well, she probably, I don't know why she's here. She just wanted to watch. No, she didn't want to watch a fucking movie with you, bro. You think she's come to your house to sit and watch a movie with you? No, bro. She wants to do something. Maybe it doesn't necessarily mean too much. It can just be a kiss. Can just try for a kiss. Goddamn, bro. That's what I told myself back in the day. Just try for the kiss. What's the big deal? You could just lean in. She was sitting next to me. Just try for a kiss. God damn it, bro. What the fuck are you thinking? Not doing anything, not making any moves. Come on. Embarrassing, man. So I didn't have many interactions. That's one of 10. That's how many there was. I went cliff jumping maybe 9 times. I had this one interaction. There's probably more than that, but it wasn't many. I was not really meeting girls on a consistent basis. Now it's every single weekend, if I don't already have plans set up with a girl, I'm going out and meeting new girls. I'm going to the club. I'm socializing on a consistent basis. So I talk to so many girls consistently, and that gives me so many opportunities. So a lack of socializing, a lack of putting myself out there, getting, real world experience and believing in myself was a massive factor. And the last one is bad experiences that I experienced when I was younger that I allowed to control my identity. See, I didn't learn how to shift my identity, so I just continued with the identity that I had from middle school and high school, where I was this socially awkward, weird kid who got bullied and who was short and had acne, and I didn't really change my self-perception, the image I had of myself in my mind. So I kind of went through life, even as a more attractive man who was pretty good looking, had a lean muscular physique, as this same old version of myself who was kind of this skinny, insecure, acne, short kid. That's kind of how I viewed myself. And now I was able to change it. So the second part of this video is going to be exactly how I overcame every single one of those issues. And now, how did I actually overcome all those issues and become the man that I am today? So before we get into it, I built a confidence transformation guide that outlines all the steps we're about to go into and allows you to just digest them in a really easy, systemized way so you can start applying these and actually transform your life the way that I did, this is going to be for free. It's the first thing in the description below. Okay, so the first thing that I did was I started to push my comfort zone. This is absolutely necessary. You have to do this in every single aspect of your life. So it started with something small like taking cold showers. And then it became giving, an old lady a compliment at the gym. I remember complimenting a lady on her colorful shoes. I always use this example because I was so red in the face after. I was so embarrassed, but I was proud of myself because I pushed my comfort zone, and now I can deliver compliments smooth as fuck. So this is so important, and I started to cold approach girls in the gym, at the beach, in nightlife. This was something that was scary for me at the time, but allowed me to build my confidence and really, start to experience reality in a different perspective by filling my mind with new information, which we're going to get into in a second. So I had new data sets to use and apply to change my identity, like we talked about earlier. But it all starts with pushing your comfort zone. I see so many people who are reading books, who are doing the self-improvement, but they're not pushing themselves to make the new version of themselves that they want to be. And that's going to be the biggest thing that is going to hold you back. So if you're not pushing your comfort zone, you're not trying to apply all the knowledge you're getting, whether it's from books, from these videos that I make, whatever it is, you're not going to make any changes. You have to push your comfort zone in order to change who you are as a person. This is an absolute ground foundation necessity, and you can push your comfort zone in many different ways, but you have to be pushing your comfort zone all of the time. Now, the next thing is changing my old limiting beliefs into new empowering ones by filling my mind with new knowledge, like I just mentioned, and by pushing the comfort zone as well. So the whole thing was, for me, let's just use being awkward and shy and introverted. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know social skills. I didn't understand any of this. So what did I do? I read a couple of books on social skills and communication, went out and applied that new knowledge, and now my beliefs started to shift once I had positive feedback loops in the real world from people interacting with me in a positive light. I went up to someone and I used the knowledge that I had, and it went really well, and I was like, holy shit, I can be a social magnet if I just apply these steps. It's not that difficult. I was like, oh wow, this is much easier than I thought it was. And doing this on a long enough basis, now I think of myself as a very charismatic, charming, social guy, right? Because I was able to change my beliefs by using the new knowledge and pushing my comfort zone. So all the steps are intertwined. And the next one is self-development. This is the absolute core of me becoming the man that I am now, is the reading, meditating, gratitude journaling that I've done on a consistent basis over the last 4 years. That's allowed me to build trust in my word and leverage that trust to push my comfort zone. So when I say I'm going to do something, I do it, but also just give me this wide range of knowledge. And there's so many areas that I can take this conversation, but let's just tackle a couple of them. Reading gives you someone's entire life's knowledge on a subject in a couple hundred pages. Think about how powerful that is. Now, meditation and gratitude journaling, and also just reflective journaling, allows you to learn yourself. It allows you to have high levels of awareness. It allows you to observe your thoughts. And the first person you need to learn if you want to know other people is yourself. You can learn yourself through journaling, through meditation, and doing this will allow you to have higher levels of emotional intelligence, of empathy, of just being socially in tune. And over a long enough time frame, this is where I've been able to develop my humor, my wit, my charm, where I otherwise would really struggle and always say things that were socially out of tune, that would make me feel embarrassed, give me those negative feedback loops. But by doing all these steps, now I've been able to, get the positive feedback loops, say things that are socially in tune, know what to say at the right time, know how to test the waters. If it goes well, make a more funny joke. These are all things that I've been able to develop because of the self-development that I've done. And on top of that, it's just going to boost your mental health. It's one of the best things that you can do on a consistent basis for improving mental health, delaying gratification, doing things that make your future self proud, and also reducing instant gratification. So those two things coupled are going to really help you out in many different aspects, really improving your mental health and making you the best version of yourself across the board. And the last one is building an upward spiral of success. So all the steps that I started taking at 19, which I've just discussed, allowed me to start being more successful in my mind. I was thinking, okay, well, I'm actually doing things with my life. And this allowed me to peel back a layer of, let's just say, insecurity was a big one for me. So I was able to get over insecurity, and I was happy with the person that I was. And then I was able to say, okay, well, what's the next thing we can do from here? Well, we can develop a skill set. So then I started to take on sales and I was absolute shit at it. But I used all the lessons that I applied previously about learning how to get good with social skills, get good with girls, to sales. So now I started to read sales book, take a sales mentorship. I came back, I tried again for my second job after failing the first one, and boom, I had some success. Third job, even more success. Went on to start a successful sales business, and then now I do sales with everything I do in my content, in my marketing, everything. So that was the next thing. And I was able to do these things, and it's been this upward spiral of success that I've now got so many accomplishments and accolades behind my name that make me so confident in who I am as a person because of everything I've developed, starting with the social skills, the confidence, getting rid of my insecurities, getting rid of my limiting beliefs. All these things build so much true internal confidence in who I am as a man, and that makes me so attractive. And this is why I get so many girls and I have so much success and I'm able to communicate so effectively, is all the reasons I just listed. And boys, once again, I've outlined everything in the Confidence Transformation Guide. These gives you all the steps to develop yourself into the man you want to be and make a transformation like mine. So you can grab that for free. It's the first link in the description below.